Welcome everybody to Windy City Savage. This is your Raw review 512. You already know I am your host, Windy City Savage. My co-host is here. Go ahead and
Hey
introduce
guys,
yourself.
what's going on? It is freshly squeezed. It's me. It's S3. How y'all doing over there, man?
Yup. How are you guys doing tonight? And this will be your Raw review, and we're gonna start this off with the cult of personality himself. You look into his eyes, and what do you see? A lot of anger now.
Absolutely. He's still mad because basically, dude, he got betrayed by his best friend.
His best friend, he got screwed out in the main event.
Yeah.
And what else would you add to that?
Got screwed on the main event, but also on top of that, his moment was stolen.
Basically,
You know, like you were supposed to win your first ever WrestleMania main event, and when you finally did it, it didn't happen.
It didn't happen at all. And he came out, opened up the show, and right away went calling out, first, showed love to the fans. Right away start cutting off his promo like CM Punk only could do, and says, you know what? I'm not mad at Paul. I'm mad at myself because I've been here before. I had Paul Heyman screw me out before. I should have known, Once a weasel, always a weasel.
Literally, and it happens, man. It happens when you least suspect it.
Least suspected, should have known, Punk. One day this was gonna happen, and eventually Heyman's gonna go for the new stuff, man. The new and improved wrestlers out there, and that is Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker.
Is Seth new and improved though?
I mean, dude, he's still young. He's still one of the young cats of WWE. He's only in his mid-30s.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah, so no, yeah, he's still young. And Braun Breaker, honestly, man, this guy's a beast. And so they come out. Well, first, Paul Heyman comes out, and right away, CM Punk shuts him down, says, shut up already. Want to hear this shit? And once Paul comes, out comes Seth, out comes Braun. The new alliance is out here. And right away, we go from the promo battles between Seth and CM Punk. And we got a comment real quick.
Chat up with Tony. Who would be the third member of Andy? What's going on, brother Tony the Kid? Well, finish what you're saying, then we'll go ahead and answer the question.
Oh, no, go ahead and answer.
Me, if I was to take a guess, dang, that's a good one. Probably someone who needs it.
It has to be someone young.
Yeah, I was going to say someone younger.
Someone young, someone that they're trying to push out there. Someone probably could be from the NXT roster, most likely a new signing.
What about Trick Williams goes up? It's about time.
Yeah, but Trick Williams, I mean, I don't see him fitting in that. I see him going more to SmackDown.
I mean, at this point, though, if you think about it, they don't fit with each other. Braun, like, honestly, if we look at it on paper, Braun and Seth don't really mesh together well.
They kind of do, because, like, Braun is kind of like the muscle, which would Paul Heyman be the guy, the mic guy. So it's like, if you think about it, this is the whole evolution type of thing again, where Triple H would be Seth Rollins, and then you got your Batista, which would be Braun Breaker, and you got your Ric Flair, which would be your Paul Heyman, and obviously you're missing your Randy Orton. So there you go. Like, you have to find someone that's like...
Who was Carmelo Hayes, maybe?
Could be. Who's this?
Hey, cuz!
What's up, bro?
What's up, cuz? How you doing, Porky?
Yeah.
Pork chop. Sorry, long time. My bad, bro.
Salvador, just like you.
SG3, SG, SBJ. All right.
Yeah. So Rusev. Actually, that's a good answer right there. Rusev it is. What's good, y'all?
Well, you already have two powerhouses, though. You're going to have Rusev and you're going to have Braun Breaker.
I mean,
that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you can't have two powerhouses. You need to have, like, a young cat. That's why, like, maybe Carmelo Hayes. Because if you think about it, he is the one that did the little segment with John Cena to get aid. Because if you look at the height difference, you could definitely tell.
What about Austin Theory, guys? Austin Theory, everybody
decides to leave Grayson Waller and then do like the ultimate backstab.
Or it could be Grayson Waller himself.
I can see that one happening.
You need someone young, cocky, has the look. You need that cockiness that Orton had when he first joined Evolution. And I'm not saying this is Evolution 2.0. But, I mean, at the same time, you kind of need that cocky young guy. I would either pick Grayson, Austin Theory. I would pick Rusev, but, yeah, it's a powerhouse there. It would fit good. What else? Comments?
Austin Theory would be a great pick. Yep, chatting up with Tony the Kid. Yep, chopping it up.
That would be a great pick. I don't know. My point of view would be that. But, obviously, from then on, the promo battles between Seth and CM Punk went down. And then right away they went in and started going at it. CM Punk had to fend for himself, fight off Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins. Obviously gets outnumbered because there's no way you're going to go against two guys, and one of the guys is Braun Breaker. Good luck on that.
And then you had Sami Zayn come on, try to even the odds. That didn't happen. Jey Uso comes out to even the odds. So
it had to take Jey Uso to come out and give a couple of spears, and then from there on, chase them down with chairs. And obviously with this, you do need a third guy.
I was thinking that, dude. SBJ, you got it right, dude. You literally read in my mind. Have Dom leave Judgment Day, young cocky legacy wrestler. That would be. I see that happening. And you remember when when Randy started, he had the whole thing with Stacy. Bring in Liv, right there.
So I'm going to get to that eventually when it comes to the Judgment Day segment. I got my own theory when it comes to the Judgment Day. We were talking about this actually yesterday with the old man when he was here. Would it be nice for Dom to get into a new faction? Yeah, it would be. But it looks like Dom's heading face, kind of, because now he's getting a good crowd reaction.
Oh, God, dude, it's so huge.
Yeah. And honestly, his match against Penta in Backlash was pretty impressive and got the crowd behind him.
Dude, that was a really good match against Penta.
Yeah, and it's like we're just gonna wait till then to talk about Judgment Day in that segment. But no, yeah. So we also got an announcement later on in the night. So Saturday night's main event, a tag team match with Sami Zayn, CM Punk versus Braun Breaker and freaking Rollins.
You're probably gonna get the third member there.
You think the surprise by then? Yeah, I could see that happening. I mean, that would be a good spot to finally introduce someone else, because they do need another guy out there to even up the odds, and then eventually have Roman Reigns returns and get his revenge eventually. But that's also another thing, is this after Saturday night's main event? Is this it for CM Punk? Because there are rumors going around that CM Punk is up next to face John Cena at Money in the Bank. There's been teases from both sides. There's been, rumors. I mean, we already know that John Cena is pretty much going to face R-Truth at Saturday night's main event. That's kind of been sort of confirmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so after that, you only have so much handful of opponents left for Cena, and one of them is supposedly CM Punk at Money in the Bank. So do you see him being done with this whole Seth Rollins? And
no, I feel like, so this is what I feel like is going to happen. If it does go down this path, where I think it's going to go down, I feel that Cena's going to face Punk, right?
Okay.
However, though, because they're not going to cut off a storyline midway, especially if it's getting a lot of traction.
Right.
And especially if you're trying to build a stable now, make it like incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I could see them actually trying to screw over Punk, and actually like coming in to help out Cena, cost Punk the match, and it's like, cool, the story is still gonna go there. Okay. Just because you're in a temporary feud with somebody doesn't mean your whole storyline is gonna stop. I mean, how many times did Judgment Day not have a temporary storyline? Move out the way just to do something else.
Yeah, I guess it'll just be interesting to see how they get to that point. Like, how does Punk just get inserted in himself against John Cena at Money in the Bank?
It could be after Saturday night's main event. Look, guys, maybe they win. Hey, guys, I already beat you guys. I don't do anything else. I did my part. I'm going to go forward and just move along,
But what if they introduce the third guy and he doesn't win? Still kind of leaves him like unfinished story. It's kind of weird. And
listen, we can go kind of back to last night with Jeff Cobb when he comes out, and he in the Solo and Fatu wins. And Fatu wins. I mean, it could be the same thing. Third guy gets promoted, gets shown up. You see who the third guy is. All of a sudden, cool. Punk still wins. Look, guys, you even brought someone else. I'm done. I'm actually now after Cena because I'm going to get back what I beat him for at Money in the Bank. That could be something.
But that's the thing. Bring the third guy, and then they still go over it. It's still kind of like,
You brought in Jeff Cobb and Fatu's went over.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He went over, and that's whenever you bring the surprise guy, you're gonna go over eventually on the faces. So go lose, and then go lose against Cena, and then you have Punk losing a couple of matches.
That's what I'm saying. Punk wins against them. So Punk wins against Sammy, and excuse me, not against Sammy, against Rollins and Breaker, loses against Cena, and then it's like, all right, cool. Now we're gonna go back to our feud. That's what I'm trying to say.
In that case, then it should be introduced the third guy later on, not a Saturday night's main event, because you want to have them win over, basically, clean and all, instead of introducing someone and then eventually, have them fail regardless. Yeah, but no, that was their segment. It was kind of nice to open it up. Obviously, opening up with CM Punk is always great. And then on to the next segment, which would be Penta versus Chad Gable. And that match wasn't really that impressive as I thought it was going to be.
Because El Grande Americano's not there, man.
Yeah,
Come
that
on.
too.
Grande Americano makes it great.
At some point during the match, it was kind of funny to see Chad Gable said to Penta, Lucha Libre sucks. So I'm just like, well, it's funny. It's funny. So the rumors has it is that Chad Gable is Grande Americano. I don't buy it. I don't see it. I just don't. I believe Chad Gable when he's telling the truth right now.
Okay.
I don't see him
you don't see him as Grande Americano?
Nope. I see him as a fan. And rightfully so, man. Because if he was Grande Americano, he would have beat Penta.
Okay, I see that.
But he didn't beat him.
No, he didn't beat him.
He didn't beat him.
That's because, the mask, the thing in the mask.
No, it's because he ain't the guy, man. He's been telling us he is not the guy. That's why he couldn't win. And Penta got one over, and rightfully so, because Penta's kind of been on a losing streak against Dom. And obviously, man, they just kind of been putting him down a bit. We also got another comment. I can't see because of the shades.
Rest in peace, American Alpha. I can definitely see a twist with Grande Americano. SBJ was saying.
Yeah. I mean, well, actually, later on during the night, what's it called? The War Raiders face American Alpha.
Yeah.
And they went over. American Alpha.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. So, if anything, at that point, thanks for the New Day, they got to win.
Yeah, which is going to set up American Alpha versus New Day. That's going to be kind of heel versus heel kind of thing. I wonder how that's going to go.
Yeah, true. We got another comment.
Chad is a fan of El Grande Americano. Two different guys. Chad just got the same tattoo because he's a big fan.
Exactly.
American Alpha was with Jason Jordan. Okay.
Yep. Come on, man. This ain't Hulk Hogan, all right? He's not going to pull off his mask and tell people to shush, It's two different guys. I really do believe that Chad Gable's telling us the truth, man.
Okay.
Chad Gable's not a type of guy to lie. For God's sakes, man. He wouldn't lie, especially in front of his daughter.
That's true.
Yeah. So, no.
The man's got kids, man. Man's got kids.
As far as that point, we already know that Penta's going to go probably feuding with Grande Americano down the line.
Americano.
Yeah, so that's going to happen. I don't know who would go over at that point. They both kind of need the win. I guess I'll go with Grande Americano because it's over.
So here's the thing. I can see Grande Americano getting the victory, and then that leading eventually to a tag team with Rey Fénix and Penta finally becoming the Lucha Bros in WWE. Because they've been kind of teasing it for quite some time, and people are just waiting, are itching for that to happen.
Well, if that's the case, though, does that mean they're going to face Chad Gable? Even I got confused there. Grande Americano and someone else?
It could be.
See, that's the thing. Like I was telling old
man, it could be Dom. Dom kind of, you know what, dude? Grande Americano, let's meet up. Let's go ahead and team up against these two guys.
Could be.
You still protect Dom because you have Grande get pinned. You still protect Dom in his, glory right now with what he's going through. So it's not bad.
Yeah, but yet Dom still has the Intercontinental title, and that's the working horse title. So I feel like Dom's still gonna have, his feud with someone else in the single run. I don't see Dom getting inserted into that. I could see someone else from Judgment Day, maybe a JD or Carlito.
Carlito.
Yeah. But that's the thing I was telling old man yesterday. I don't think it's the right time to hook these guys back up just yet. And the reason why is that, especially for Penta, he's been doing so well as a single right now. He's selling a lot of merch in his mask. And I get it. There's the appeal of the tag team, and we already know they do great. But they're doing fine just being single runs right now.
Yeah, both of them, both brothers.
And I do want to see Penta win the Intercontinental title. I think he deserves it. I really do. So if you mix them up back in the tag team, then we had this issue like with DIY.
DIY.
Yep. They're both great wrestlers, but now they're stuck together. And they'll probably be stuck together the rest of their careers. And I could see that same thing happening with Rey Fénix and Penta. I don't think it should happen right away. I think you should let it marinate, let them have their single runs because they're both phenomenal wrestlers. Ray Phoenix more the wrestler, Penta's more the charismatic type of wrestler. I think they both have potential to sell more merch when they're separated instead of being together. So I say wait another probably half a year until you put them together. I think they go off. I don't know who's gonna win. That's a tough one. That's like a coin toss, man. Penta versus Grande Americano. I don't know. I guess we'll cross that bitch when we do. But what do you think overall
Which part?
of Penta?
Dude, I love Penta.
You
Honestly,
do?
dude, me and my girl, we talk about Penta. We all do we literally always do the Cero Miedo all the time because it's just a lot of fun. And dude, honestly, I feel like Penta right now as a singles wrestler, he really has grown so much in WWE. So really, it's really showing. And honestly, I told a lot of people because a lot of people are like, dude, let's get him right away fast for Ray. I was like, no, let that one. I said the same thought as you. Let them marinate. Let them actually cook. See what happens. However, though, I feel like a lot of people are sitting there saying, I want them in the tag team division. I want them to grow. I want them to move forward and actually do more because the tag team right now division is lackluster.
But that's the thing. It's like if you guys put these guys together, you really got to push the tag team division in general. It's just been lackluster, especially in Raw.
I think that's why they're trying to push them.
But on Raw, though, I mean,
that's why again, like you push them on Raw right now because your biggest guys are who? New Day.
Yeah, but there's not that much tag teams to go against because it's the New Day, the War Raiders, somewhat Judgment Day, and I'm forgetting one tag team.
So
American Academy, I guess.
Yeah.
Which not much of a tag team. So
Chop It Up with Tony the Kid said WWE should make a television champ and Penta would be perfect as first champ. Tag team division is poor spot despite the tag team talent.
On SmackDown. SmackDown has its talent.
It does.
It does. And SmackDown definitely has a better tag team division on Raw. I wouldn't say it's the best, though. But it has more potential.
And yeah, SBJ also said the same thing. Penta and Phoenix should stay separated for now.
Yep. By the way, Tony the Kid, or whatever your name is actually.
Chop It Up with Tony.
Chop It Up with Tony. Sorry, I apologize with that. They do have the Speed title.
Hey, hold on, wait a minute. We already have a champion in that area, man. We already have a champion there.
What's his name?
Grande Americano is champion.
Yeah, he is.
Grande Americano is champion, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, that was recently. He won the title. Yeah, I think that was in Backlash.
Who he beat? What?
Yeah,
he beat another luchador.
The Hispanic guy.
Whatever, the luchador guy.
You know, Charlotte Flair's ex-husband.
I don't know. I don't think it was him.
That was him.
He did not beat Andrade, bro.
I think Andrade had the title. Yeah, if I'm correct, he did have the title. I think he was rocking the title for a bit. Yeah, because I remember seeing him win the title, and he had to beat him because that was just recently. But yeah, no, actually, that I would say that's a Speed title. I don't know why they don't display it more besides on their Twitter.
It's a dark match. That's why it's a dark match.
Well, it's their Twitter title basically, which they still should sponsor it, man. I mean, still show it out there. But honestly, like I said, I just think they keep them separated for now and sell more merch. They both have mascots on WWE Shop. They're both selling very well, as well as Grande Americano's mask. So just keep it going, man.
He beat Dragon Lee. I knew. I'm like, no.
Oh, Dragon Lee. Yeah. So they were going back and forth. Well, that's the Speed title. It's not going to last long
because it's Speed.
It's the Speed title.
Just Speed.
So we already covered the tag team segment, which the War Raiders lost against them. Yep, American Alpha.
I can't wait to see how like heel versus heel promos are gonna go. It's gonna be kind of funny.
Some reason I don't think it's gonna happen. I think that War Raiders are gonna get inserted.
I think so too. A lot of people are sitting there. I mean, don't get me wrong. I want to see like what happens between heel versus heel, and then have the War Raiders. But let them cook. And listen, we are complaining. Basically, there's three people on right now. Me, you, and SBJ are sitting here saying right now the tag team division of Raw is not good. So this is what you do. You let them start cooking. Let American Alpha really start cooking on the mics and start actually showing, hey, we actually are a legit tag team.
But that's if they could cut a promo. I don't think anyone ever heard these guys cut a promo besides Chad Gable, though.
It could happen, though. You know, maybe Grande Americano gives him that spirit, man. You know, to speak. Maybe.
You mean Chad Gable?
No, both of them.
He has nothing to do with them. It's if anything, he has more to do with the Judgment Day these days. So I don't know. I don't see it. It's just because I feel like War Raiders getting screwed over is going to get inserted right
They're
away. Yeah, and yeah, there's just nothing there really. I don't know. I'm not excited for this at all. I mean, are you?
No.
No, those honestly they should.
I want to see what American Alpha can do. That's what I want to see.
I think at some point when we were talking about this yesterday, they should unify the titles and just create one title and just have them bounce around.
I just feel that a lot of people didn't like that. I think it was the networks that didn't like that part.
Well,
that's why.
At that time, there were, it was just 4 titles and 1 tag team. But like at this point, man, you're lackluster in one. You're doing pretty decent on the other. It doesn't make any sense at this point. Better off just, and I get it, networks, merchandise. Of course, they want to sell belts, and that's what they're good at. So, yeah, I don't know. That just tag team division is going to be lackluster. I'm not looking forward to the segment, and it sucks because New Day had a lot of potential when they went heel, but they didn't capitalize on that.
I just feel that people just stopped feeding so much into them now.
I don't think it was that. I think it was the fact that I don't know if it was. I'm gonna say it was Triple H. He didn't capitalize on it. Yeah. When they turned on Big E, they just stopped showing them on TV.
Feel like unified or not, you got to get people to care for the division. With like John said, it's weak on Raw but slightly better on SmackDown. So
yeah. No, yeah, at that point. But like I said, it's just with the New Day, they lost their momentum because when they finally turned on Big E and they were getting massive heat,
even online.
Yeah, and for some reason they stopped showing them on TV. And had all these backstage segments online, which no one gives a shit. And then all of a sudden the heat just went away. Like they don't even get a crowd pop anymore, even as a massive boo or anything. So not excited. Doesn't matter. I'm moving on. AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. Bullet Club OGs versus Bullet Club OG. Leader versus leader. Once again, you would think on paper this match would be a little bit more exciting. Not as great as their other encounters, but it is on Raw. They're both, AJ Styles is a little bit older. He does a little bit less athletic stuff, but it wasn't a bad match. It was a decent match. Judgment Day came out. Carlito, JD, all these guys come out.
Penta came out to actually help.
Yep. Penta came out and obviously cost Finn Balor the win.
Yeah.
And had AJ Styles go over. I mean, we already know this is going to set up for AJ Styles versus Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah.
And we've seen the backstage segment where Dom and Finn's tension is starting to build up. And it's been building up since Backlash, where it looked like Finn wasn't in the right state of mind when he came out.
Nah.
He was looking like, I really don't want to help Dom right now, And if it wasn't for Grande Americano, Dom wouldn't have picked up the win at that point. And now it looks like tensions is still building up even more, And now that Finn Balor couldn't get the job done, the next week on Raw, we're probably going to see another segment where Dom tells Finn, like, what the hell? You can't get the job done anymore? I don't know. So
a lot of people are actually Bleacher Report kind of, because I was watching the show, but also at the same time I was reading Bleacher Report. Bleacher Report posted Balor Club reunion soon. Because they were actually showing a talking segment between AJ Styles and Finn Balor before.
So you would think it'd be...
Why not?
But AJ Styles and Finn Balor?
Why not?
But they weren't never really... They were leaders. I don't know. It wouldn't... But that's the thing. I don't know. I guess it would make sense, but my thing is that I think eventually... So this goes back last year. So you remember the segment where Finn had the key card, the same key card that was given to Dominic Mysterio
by Liv Morgan,
and somehow Finn had it.
Yeah.
So we were talking about this yesterday. Eventually, I could see Judgment Day turning on Dom, everybody. And
I could see it.
Yeah, this whole thing was a setup from the beginning, and they all turn on Dom. Now that Dom's actually getting a good pop, he's kind of showing that he's more of a face now, and you can see that Finn is more jealous. And obviously, if Finn goes, you're gonna have his student JD come with them. Carlito,
Carlito's just Carlito. He's just there for the money.
he's there for the comedic effect,
That's why I
which
said
he does well.
he does great. He's
Yeah.
always done it great.
Liv Morgan's off, setting off for a movie right now, so
Yeah.
she'll be off for a little bit. And you still got Raquel. I can see a turn, and I can see them turning on Dom eventually. We got like another comment.
Chop it up with Tony the Kid. Now, question: is it me? Is it just me, or is Raw putting on some solid matches even earlier? That today's tag team match was pretty solid. Not great, but solid.
They're okay, yeah. I mean,
we're not great. They're not 5-star matches, but they're good. They're decent.
they're
They keep you entertained.
decent.
They keep you entertained.
I mean, they're okay. I don't think they were great. I think this whole tonight's Raw was like a solid 7.
Okay.
Not bad, you know.
Still not a bad grade though. 70%.
Yeah.
Still not bad grade.
70%. They were solid, I guess, but except for the tag team match.
A lot. So, dude, a lot of people are saying because of the crowd reaction, it's like people took it as a bathroom match and walked away.
Well, not only that, but it's just like there's nothing exciting left. Like you see War Raiders every single week doing the same thing.
Losing.
It's just there's no excitement, man. You could show them plenty of fucking times. It's not gonna work.
Fucking SBJ. Carlito and R-Truth for comedic tag team.
That's actually true. I would actually pay to see that. Hey, give them the titles. You gave Awesome Truth the titles last year. Why not do it? You know, two old guys going after the titles. Hey, Raw needs more tag team divisions, and those guys are it.
That'd be funny. What would be their name? The Cool and Truth?
No, the Apple Truth.
There you go. Or just the Cool Truth?
Yeah, it could be.
The Cool Truth right there.
The truth is cold.
The truth is cool, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, man, I don't know when it comes to Judgment Day and the direction. It could be vice versa. They could kick out Finn.
That's what a lot of people are saying. Because, like, dude, I was actually looking online recently because me and my girl were looking for some Penta shirts. And I looked up Finn Balor because I always like his designs. Looking up Finn Balor, and there's so many shirts that are saying Balor Club coming out. I'm like, this is before Backlash. So who knows if that could actually change all of a sudden now because of Dom's ultimate popularity. But dude, honestly, I kept seeing like there was at least 3 different shirts that had Balor Club, Balor Club, Balor Club. I was like, okay, I think it's coming back.
Or it could just it could still be Balor Club, but they get rid of Judgment Day finally, the name. Because if you think about it, Rhea's out, Damian Priest is out. I mean, we already know Adam Copeland's in AEW, which would be Edge. He's out. Why still carry the name? And last year at some point, I forgot what they were going to rename it. And they did say it on Raw, and they got fan backlash like crazy. So they kept it Judgment Day. But now, you know, everything's kind of dying off finally. Like Judgment Day's popularity still there, but it's not as much as it was before.
That's true.
And eventually you're going to run it down the ground, just like, you know, every stable. Yeah. It's just like the bloodline, if there's even a such thing, you know, right now going on. So it
Chop
could
it up
be...
with one of the kids that I can't see Dom leaving Judgment Day. I feel like Dom is going to get, I don't know what it says right there, going to get rid of Finn and finally be the new leader. Okay. Finally. Be the new leader.
I mean, I could see it just be changed to a Balor Club eventually, brought back. Because that's the thing, though. JD's a student.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like JD goes, you know, wherever Finn goes, JD's going to go with them.
That's true.
So I feel like there's still going to be some sort of split. But in that case, if you split, does Judgment Day get a new added member?
I don't know.
Because at that point, you'll have Raquel, Carlito, Dom, and Liv. Or did it just stick like that? Will Raquel be the muscle? Yeah, well, she is the muscle. I mean, she's a fucking tall, strong woman. I'm not going to lie.
It's going to be funny.
Could happen.
Maybe Braun Strowman comes back for another run and put him in there.
Man, dude, you get fired twice. I don't think you want to come back the third time just to get fired.
How many times did Goldust come back? Oh, okay.
But he's done with WWE.
Oh, of course.
Now he's done. Now that AEW says, you know what, we'll pick up a legend contract, just stick with us for the rest of the time being.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see where they go from there.
Yeah, hold on. Yes, new Chop It Up with Tony Kids is new member, and JD betrays Finn.
Okay, could see that.
That could happen.
Yeah, I don't know. So put it this way: it seems like majority says Finn is going to get betrayed. I'm gonna go against the grain and say they're gonna betray Dom. I don't know, man. This chicken tender looking ass is not gonna expect this when he least comes and hits them with the side of ranch and ketchup. That's all I gotta say.
Tendies, okay? First it's tendies. Get it right.
Tendies, whatever you want to call it. I don't give a fuck. I'm vegan, so. So, anyways, that's probably what's gonna happen eventually, and then we go down to the main event of the night.
Pretty solid match.
Yep, Io and Rhea Ripley versus Julia and
Roxanne Perez.
Yep, one of my favorites.
Pretty sweet match. Honestly, it was a pretty banger of a match.
Yeah, the crowd went crazy. Honestly, they had a huge reaction to Rhea, which was kind of nice to see. What is it there?
Chop it up told the kids that he said chicken tendies.
Yep. Yeah. Chicken tendies or whatever you want to call it, his ass is gonna get smacked with it. That's all I gotta say. When he least expects it.
Tendies the next time we do a show.
Yeah, right. But regardless, man, the main event, Rhea Ripley got a huge reaction. Where were they at? Louisville? Yep, Louisville, Kentucky.
I was like,
yeah, Louisville, Kentucky had a huge reaction.
She always gets what she really. She's a fan favorite. Like everyone loves Rhea Ripley.
But lately they've been going for Io. Like there was big pops for Io. I guess it just depends on the city. But good bang of a match, back and forth. Honestly, it was really good. They all had good chemistry against each other, honestly. You already know that Julia and Roxanne Perez are going to be the future of WWE.
I hope they finally can at least push them to become a women's tag team division. Really start ramping up that division. I'm tired of the belts not getting any recognition. Please.
Well, they got to wrap it up in NXT and then eventually, for sure, move on. I don't think they're going to get called up right away, but they're kind of like dipping their toes in the water right now. Like, hey, why don't we just test you out right now, have you go back and forth, but, see how you're doing right now. Let's put you on the main roster for a little bit. And I think that's what it is still right now. It's just them testing the waters.
I feel like this is going to happen with a lot of NXT people now going forward. They're not just going to make the move from one to the other as they used to before. It'd be like, try this, see how it goes. We'll bring you in again, see how it goes. Bring you in. If you still keep having the same pop, whether it's a cheer, boo, doesn't matter. We'll leave you on and then go forward from there.
Yep. And obviously, Io and Rhea picked up the win tonight. And we already know that Rhea is still trying to chase after Io Sky's title that she lost at, last month? Yeah, so you could tell she's going to go after it eventually, but the anger and aggression and desperation is not as there tonight as I've seen before.
My question is, hold on, wait. Is it the title or is it the record?
I think it's the title.
I think it's both.
What do you mean record? What record, though?
Rhea's never beaten Io.
Could be.
Okay, well, hold on. We chop it up with Tony the Kid. But also, too, it's giving the main roster crew a little recovery time, which helps. And it does.
Well, yeah, WrestleMania, because obviously, because there's a lot of wrestlers having time off right now. We got Cody out, Bailey out. Who else is out? Ray got injured, unfortunately, right before Mania. And that was also another thing.